There's no shortage of SUVs on the market today, but that doesn't mean you should settle for any vehicle that falls short. It's 2025, and with a little bit of research, you can avoid making a huge mistake by picking an SUV that isn't worth your time or money. Let's start with the Jeep Compass. While the 2025 model of the Jeep Compass is admittedly a step up from its predecessors, this SUV still has a long history of reliability issues, particularly with its transmission and electrical system. You might recall the 2021 Jeep Compass Trailhawk owner who experienced repeated starting failures during a 4WD trip, an issue that led to a tribunal ruling for a refund due to these defects. As for performance, the Compass is equipped with a 200 horsepower 2.0L turbocharged 4-cylinder engine paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. While this setup gets the job done, it's far from impressive. The steering feedback is lackluster, the brakes are too sensitive, and the ride quality is surprisingly stiff. When you add it all up, these performance flaws really hinder the driving experience. The Compass isn't particularly fuel efficient either, which makes it even less appealing. Inside, the interior is functional, but it lacks the refinement you'd expect in this price range. It feels uninspired, and the materials used are underwhelming. The cargo space is practical but feels bland, which just adds to the overall lack of excitement. Next up, we have the Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. This SUV has been consistently criticized for its outdated design and subpar interior quality. While the 2025 model has made some improvements, it still struggles to compete with its rivals. The cabin is filled with hard plastics that make it feel less premium, and the overall design remains a bit dated despite a few updates. The Outlander Sport's engine options are another issue. They're underpowered and lack the refinement expected from a modern SUV. The base engine, in particular, struggles to provide sufficient power, especially when you need to merge on highways or overtake other vehicles. The fuel economy isn't remarkable either. It's average at best, failing to offer any real advantage over its competitors. When you factor in the price, there are better options out there, such as the Mazda CX-30 or Honda HR-V, which provide much better value for your money. Now, let's talk about the Ford Ecosport. Despite its affordable price tag, the Ford Ecosport is not a wise choice. Sure, it's cheap, but that doesn't mean it's worth buying. In fact, the Ecosport has earned a reputation for being outdated, underwhelming, and lacking in performance. The 1.5 L3-cylinder engine only produces 166 horsepower, which is insufficient to keep up with other subcompact SUVs in this segment. To make matters worse, its interior design is stuck in the past. The materials used feel cheap, and it's clear that Ford cut corners to keep the production costs low. Reliability issues have also plagued the EcoSport, particularly with engine components. In fact, Ford had to issue a safety recall for certain models due to problems with the oil drive belt tensioner arm, which could cause a loss of power and break the power braking assist. Additionally, reports of engine oil pressure issues have caused unnecessary repairs and inconveniences for many owners. These problems make the EcoSport a risky purchase, especially in 2025. There are simply better alternatives out there, such as the Subaru Crosstrek or Honda HR-V. Moving on, we have the Nissan Rogue Sport. The Nissan Rogue Sport is another SUV you should avoid. Its performance is lackluster, especially for a vehicle with sport in its name. The 2.0L 4-cylinder engine produces only 141 horsepower, which means it's slow and unresponsive, especially when you need to merge onto highways or pass other vehicles. The continuously variable transmission, CVT, only makes things worse, causing the engine to drone during heavy acceleration and making the SUV feel sluggish overall. You might think its fuel economy would make up for this, but unfortunately, it's just average. Nothing special. The Rogue Sport also falls short in terms of comfort and interior space. The rear seats are cramped and uncomfortable, especially for taller passengers, and the cargo space is limited. With hard plastics throughout the interior, the Rogue Sport gives off a cheap vibe. Plus, the CVT has a history of issues, including hesitation and unexpected failures, which can result in costly repairs. When you add up all these drawbacks, the Rogue Sport just doesn't stand out as a reliable option. Next on the list is the Land Rover Discovery Sport. This luxury SUV is a pricey mistake. Despite its luxury badge, the Discovery Sport is plagued by reliability issues that make it hard to recommend. Owners have reported problems like engine overheating and the need for expensive repairs, such as replacing cooling fans. Additionally, water ingress and issues with exterior lighting have led to multiple repair visits. Under the hood, the Discovery Sport comes with a 2.0 turbocharged four-cylinder engine that produces 246 horsepower, which is decent but not outstanding. However, the SUV's acceleration and responsiveness are disappointing, and the 9-speed automatic transmission often delivers sluggish gear shifts that hinder the driving experience. The faulty transmission negatively affects both the performance and fuel efficiency, so you're not getting the smooth, enjoyable ride you expect from a premium SUV. With all these problems, the Discovery Sport should be avoided in 2025. So there you have it, the SUVs you should steer clear of in 2025. Thanks for sticking with me until the end. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and share it with others who might benefit. I know it's a bit of a hassle, but it really helps the channel grow. Until next time, drive safely and make sure you pick a vehicle that's worth your investment.